My name is Mark Hirschkorn. I'm a professor here at UNB. I have been here for 5 years now. My area of scholarship, I would say primarily I would be a teacher educator. Most of the writing I do, most of the research I do, all my funding has been directed towards that purpose right now. So even though most of my teaching is actually in science education, right now the area that I'm choosing to work on as far as research goes is actually teacher education. So I've got a fairly big project called the Teacher Ed Canada project, and it's a big comparative thing where we contrast the teacher education programs in all 62 Canadian teacher education programs. We're looking at their program structures, we're looking at their durations, the interchange between the practicums and the coursework on campus, how the programs are holding themselves accountable to the government or to the certification agencies in their province. We're looking at things like what are the students learning and how do you know that they're learning that? How does that tie directly to the kinds of offerings that the programs offer? Those kinds of ideas. I'm teaching a combination of undergrad and graduate courses right now. My undergrad courses, I teach virtually all of the secondary science undergrad courses here at UNB. I am also teaching some teaching and learning theories courses. It's a core course in our program here, so I come in contact with all of the students in our program as a result of that. In addition, I also actually supervise many students in their internships during the course of the year as well. On top of the undergrad work I actually teach 2 graduate courses as well. A fairly standard research methods class that many faculty here at UNB teach, and I teach a graduate teacher education course as well. And then a couple of times a year I go down for a week and teach in Trinidad, which is followed by a period of time afterwards in which they complete their work online. I mean, fairly typically most of the professors here work on a number of different committees. I'm no exception to that. But probably most notable would be the fact that I'm the current president of the Canadian Association for Teacher Education, which is essentially an association of teacher educators from across Canada that are specifically involved in pursuing teacher education scholarship. I've worked with a combination of master's and doctoral students now. I have 2 doctoral students. My most recent master's student just defended about a month ago. But the work that they tend to be focused on is either science education work or on teacher education work. For instance, one of the doctoral students I'm working with right now, she's doing a combination of civics education and teacher education. So she's trying to figure out how undergraduate students teach citizenship to their students. And so it's a combination of those 2 worlds for her.